I remember saying in my New Year's resolution that I wanted to visit one new museum every month. I actually saw 2 museums in Japan, and because we weren't on a tour, I could literally just be like, oh, look at that ad on the subway train. That looks like a really cool art exhibit. Let's go! One of the exhibits that I saw was by Yayoi Kusama. And if you don't know her, you actually might know her from all of the Infinite Lightroom pictures that you might be seeing on Instagram. I don't know if it's just me because I live in LA. So my experience going to that exhibit was kind of like a sad reminder to me about like why I'm an introvert, why I used to not go to museums that often. Also just why I hate people. I'd also like to preface this by saying that this doesn't represent how all Japanese exhibits are. This just happens to be like an extremely famous artist. This is just for this one exhibit. This exhibit does not have the responsibility of representing all exhibits in Japan, okay? Okay. So number 1 was being told that I can't take video, but I can take photos. I can't remember if that's like a customary thing in most museums in the world, but I just thought that was kind of strange because it's like, I'm not harming the art either way, either taking a picture or taking a video. You might get more of an experience from taking a video, and if people see the video, they might not want to come to the exhibit. So just take pictures because pictures like capture like less of like the spirit of being in a museum or something. If someone can explain to me why I can take a photo, but I can't take a video, which is like a bunch of photos strung together to make a video, I'm open to hearing the reasons, but the fact that I can't just take a quick like 360 pan of like the exhibit, it just feels weird to me, I don't know. And my second problem actually is the fact that there was so little security in that gigantic room. The first room of the exhibit, which is like the main part of the exhibit, edge to edge, like all across like 3 walls of this gigantic room. What pissed me off also was the fact that like they told me to stop recording video, but I saw plenty of other people recording video. I decided to record video because I saw someone else recording video and no one stopped them. So I assumed that, oh, okay, this means that it's fine to take video. Also on the sign at the entrance, it never said like you can't take video. It just said you can use your phone. Phones are cool. And then by that logic, that means that I can take photos or video of this because it just says cell phones are okay. Like I just hate, okay, I don't hate it. That's a strong word. I just get very annoyed by like small little like systematic inequalities like that. Surprise, everyone probably feels this way, but I feel like I'm the only person sometimes that gets singled out for doing something wrong when so many other people like manage to get away with it and they face no repercussions for it. They face no repercussions for it at all. The third peeve that I have is the fact that people bring their children there. If you know me really well, especially in real life, you'll probably know that I'm not the biggest fan of little children. And that probably means that I'm dead inside and there's probably issues that I need to work out. I talk about it in therapy a little bit. Trust me, I'm working on it. I think I just have an issue with, this sounds bad. I have a issue sometimes with parents bringing their kids into like adult spaces. I don't wanna say that the museum is like an adult space that only adults should be allowed in. Like I don't consider myself an adult. I came here to appreciate the art. The kids came there because their parents dragged them there. When I was a kid, I didn't give a shit about art. Like I wouldn't care that like this world-renowned artist was coming to my town. The kids at that exhibit, all they were doing was, again, very distracting for the patrons who were actually trying to appreciate the art. There's already just so much chattering going around. To add crying on top of the chatter is a lot for me. That doesn't just affect you and the kids, that affects all of the other people in the room trying to appreciate the art and trying to appreciate the exhibition. Like, I don't wanna be that person that tells moms to go get a babysitter because I know that maybe you don't wanna get a babysitter, and that's totally fine. I respect your decision to not get a babysitter. But that also doesn't change the fact that bringing your child into a space like that, like, you know, a nice restaurant, a museum, like doing that can be interpreted as a selfish act because it detracts from a lot of people's experiences that they also deserve to have. Oh, oh my God, people walking in front of my pictures. Phones are pretty big. This one is like the size of my head. I'm holding this up. You can't see that I'm taking a picture of my sister or my mom. I'm the type of person that like is always extremely conscious of people because I have been trained by my parents to not be a burden on other people, which I don't think is like a wrong thing to be trained about. I'm always extremely conscious of who's taking a picture, who's taking a video, and I try to stay out of their way, and I usually do a pretty good job about that. When people walk in front of my pictures, I just can't help but assume that they're like a bad person, that they've just never been used to like accommodating for other people, that they're selfish. They're just not used to like worrying about being an inconvenience to people. I have walked through my life always worrying that I'm an inconvenience to people. This is me being very bitchy. What's even more annoying to me is when people do this thing where like, they're about to walk in front of you, then they notice that you're taking a picture and then like they duck like this, but they don't want to stop walking. And so like, they'll just like kind of like half commit to ducking like this and keep walking. Why do people do that? Can I remind you that with any smartphone nowadays, that the frames are probably big enough that the camera can still see you bending over. I don't know if it's just like this weird courtesy thing where it's like, I'm bending down to at least signal to you that like, I'm sorry for disrupting your picture. I equate this a lot to how some people react when I hold a door for them. Like, I'll hold the door for them, but like, they'll still like touch the door as if to like create some illusion that they pushed the door themselves and they don't have to acknowledge my existence or something, or they don't have to thank me for holding the door for them. Or when you're waiting at the elevator, like you see that the light is on, but then someone still feels the need to like push the button. Okay, and the last thing, oh my God, the last thing that I have to say, I got like the most irrationally angry. Well, no, I don't know if it's irrational. You decide for me if this is rational. Like in the middle of the room, there were like 3 sculptures by her. I saw this one Asian lady. I couldn't tell if she was Japanese, if she was local, or maybe she's an Asian tourist. I saw this old lady touch the sculpture. I've been trained from a very young age to not fucking touch anything. I don't know if it's just because I was brought up, you know, in America where there are all these like very intimidating looking security guards. Again, like I would never touch art at a museum like that. There wasn't any barricading around the sculptures because they wanted people to see the art for what it was. They didn't want it to be hindered by barricades. And I understand that it's a matter of trust between patrons that go and pay to see the art and the artist or whoever manages the art. I understand that if too many people touch the art, there probably are gonna have to be barricades from now on. That's one of the main reasons why I got so angry, is because like it's breaking that trust that you're supposed to have. Like, you don't show barricades so I can see the art and I don't fucking touch it. Like, the art will live. It's fine. Like it's not like a fragile piece of art. Like, I would expect for like children or like rebellious teens to touch art. I would not expect old ladies to touch art. Did you get angry by this too? If you didn't, that's fine. Just tell me that I'm an overly reactive person, that I'm so triggered all the time. And if this makes you angry, like, please join me in this anger. Please let me know that I'm not alone in this. Because that's what the internet is all about, letting people know that they're not alone. Again, let me say that my trip to Japan was amazing. I am so grateful for it. Obviously, the good stuff that I've experienced outweighs the bad stuff. I just felt like it was more entertaining for me to be pissed for you, I guess. I don't know what that says about me, but because like all the good stuff that happened, like it's all the stuff that you expect. It was good food, the Airbnb was great, and I got really good pictures and I saw the cherry blossoms. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate you. I'm especially grateful to you this week because we have reached 10K followers, which is very exciting. It seems like it was only like a few months ago that I reached 1K. So yeah, I'm very thankful to all of the people that I've made videos with, and of course all of you for being so supportive, and expect more to come. I have no intention of stopping, and I hope that you will be with me every step of the way. Cool, I'll see you next week. Bye!